Hi everyone, in this video I want to demonstrate to you a hyper efficient AI tool called Effiniti AI. This is an AI consensus engine for exponential efficiency, and I'm going to show you what do I mean by exponential efficiency. So let me just log in. So once I log in, I have few choices on the left hand side. I can select different large language models, like I have OpenAI, Google, Gemini, Anthropic, and Mistral. And then the interface is obviously it's a MVP product, minimum viable product. Right now it's still under development. So what can you do with Effiniti AI, and why do we call it hyper efficient? So let's say the first thing that I want to show you is if I take a document, there is a document, let's say a PDF called Earth Day, and I want to create a summary, or I can also, instead of summary, I can say, uh, tell me the main main points in this document in less than 7 bullet points. 7 bullets. Let's say 7 bullets. If you do that, now when you hit process, it is going to send this document to 4 different large language models. So it's extracted the content of the PDF. It's calling the large language models that you saw on the left hand side, basically calling OpenAI, Google, Anthropic, Mistral. And once the models respond, and what it will do is take the summary from each of the models and create a final synthesis. So let me so it's doing a synthesizing one. So here are the responses. Okay, so my llama model did not respond. There's an error message. Um, and Mistral, you can say I gave it a 7 point bullet point instruction because I said with less than 7 bullet points here. So I got 7. Here it didn't number, but it does have 7 points in here. This one also have 7 points. So all of the model responded, but you can see the responses are different. All right, some are more brief than others. Some are more verbose. There's a lot of text in here. Now, the danger of working with a single large language model, you can see from these results that they are not necessarily truth. However, if you take those three and then make another summary off of it, you have a higher confidence. So what we ask the model to do a validation. If all the model agree with this, whatever the result was, sent back to us. Here it says there was no agreement. All models agreed on the general points about Earth Day, including its founding, international expansion and significance. However, the LLM, Llama 2 did not provide any points as it returned an error message. Because one of the model did not respond, that's why the validation says they all did not agree, which is true. Uh, Now here is the final synthesis based on everybody's input here. You can see it's different than any of the other three here, right? So the whole point of this is once you have a summary based on the summaries, you have a higher confidence that this summary is reflective of what's in that document. It's almost like asking 4 different experts for their opinion and creating your own opinion based on all the expert opinions. So that's the idea of this tool. Now, what can you do with this summary? You can download as a PDF, you can download as a Word document or PowerPoint presentation. So let's check it out what it does. When you do PDF, you can see the PDF document gives you what prompt I gave. Tell me the main points, right? And then the key points in the document, and then also in a summary format. So that's the PDF. Once I have that summary created, final synthesis, then what can I do? With the press of a button. So here you have all these different languages. Let's say you want to take that summary that was final synthesis summary. You want to translate to in one of the language or whichever language you wanted to translate it to. You could just select them one at a time, um, you know, and do the translation with the press of a button. Or what if you decide that I want to translate that summary that was sent to me with one press of a button right here? So if you press that select all languages, it will allow you to select all the language, and then you can simply translate, press the translate now button here. It will translate all of these into um, pretty much all the languages. It's translating using the Google translation. But if you decide I want to use translation using, let's say, Azure Engine, for example, instead of Google, you could use Azure translation as well. It's your choice. So what it's doing is it's doing the translation using Google Translate, and all of the languages will be available uh, in here once this is done. It takes, depending on how many language you selected, if you have selected 40 languages, which I did here, you will see 40 different translation comes out here. So here you can see the translation from all the different languages. Here's the Bengali translation. Here is the Chinese simplified. Here you have Chinese traditional, Gujarati, Hindi, Indonesian, Japanese, Kannada. I don't know which country's language is that. I think it's one of the Indian language. Korean, Malayalam, Marathi, Nepali, Punjabi, Tamil, Telugu, Thai, Urdu, Czech, Danish, Dutch, English, Finnish, French, German, Greek, Hungarian, Italian, Norwegian, Polish, Portuguese, Romanian, Russian, Slovak, Spanish, Swedish, Turkish, Ukrainian, Arabic, Hebrew, Persian. So basically, the entire world's languages, you are able to translate your text with a single button press. Put your text in here, check the checkbox, and press one button and get all these translation done in seconds. Now, what you can do with each of these translation, that you could actually email it as an attachment, save as a PDF, or create an audio file out of it. So let me just show you with the English version how it works. And let's see, English. So here it is. So you want to read aloud. Um, let's say I want the English to be read aloud and create an audio file if somebody prefers it that way. And if you press this button, what will happen here? It's working. It sends the content to 11 Labs to do the TTS, text to speech, and
Earth
then
Day
I'll
is an
get it.
annual event
So here is the audio file that came in from 11 Labs, and you can play it.
held on April 22nd to promote environmental protection, first held in 1970. The
So
event was inspired
so this is the translation of the summary that was made, not this bullet point, but that's just something that we need to work on the program. Um, so that's basically how it works. Why I call it hyper efficient. Take a document and you want to translate it into 40 different languages. All it takes is a 2 button press, one checkbox, one button press, and a copy paste of the text. That's it. Now, if you have a need for this type of efficiency, if you're working for a multinational company and you have SOPs that you are translating into different languages. You may have regulations that you need to translate into different languages. You may have working instructions. This would be your tool to go to. It would be a fantastic tool for you. It's tremendous time savers. So I hope you get the idea what Affinity AI can do for your language translation need or even other document processing need. And if you are interested to try this product and for your business, feel free to let me know. Just send me a DM in LinkedIn or contact me and I will make it available to you. Thank you very much for watching. This is Affinity AI.